Nourishing Earth and Body, a deep dive into earth-based nutrition in an era defined by climate crises and rising chronic diseases. The concept of earth-based nutrition has emerged as a vital bridge between human health and ecological stewardship. Rooted in ancient wisdom and modern science, earth-based nutrition emphasizes consuming whole, nutrient-dense foods grown in harmony with natural ecosystems. This approach prioritizes local, seasonal ingredients while fostering resilience in both individuals and communities. The philosophy behind earth-based nutrition transcends mere dietary choices. It's a holistic commitment to sustaining life on our planet. By aligning our meals with the rhythms of nature, we reduce reliance on industrialized food systems that deplete soils, pollute waters, and contribute to greenhouse gas emissions. This guide explores how embracing earth-based nutrition can transform our relationship with food, our bodies, and the environment. The principles of earth-based nutrition. Earth-based nutrition is grounded in simplicity, locality, and respect for the cycles of the earth. Unlike highly processed diets dominated by refined sugars, artificial additives, and monoculture crops, this approach celebrates diversity in both flora and fauna. It encourages people to reconnect with the land, understanding which foods thrive in their region and how to cultivate or source them sustainably. A core principle of this system is the rejection of exploitative agricultural practices. Industrial farming often relies on synthetic fertilizers, pesticides, and genetically modified organisms, GMOs, which degrade soil quality over time. In contrast, earth-based nutrition supports regenerative agriculture, a method that rebuilds topsoil, sequesters carbon, and enhances biodiversity through crop rotation, composting, and agroforestry. Food sovereignty, prioritizing access to locally grown, culturally relevant foods rather than relying on imported goods controlled by multinational corporations. Circular systems, embracing waste-free food chains by using every part of plants and animals, such as fermenting vegetable scraps or rendering animal fats into useful products. Seasonal eating, consuming fruits, vegetables, and grains when they're naturally available reduces energy-intensive transportation and refrigeration demands. The nutritional power of earth-centered diets. Evidence suggests that diets rooted in earth-based principles offer profound health benefits. Traditional cuisines across Africa, Asia, Latin America, and indigenous North American communities have long thrived on unprocessed, minimally cooked foods rich in essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. These diets are associated with lower rates of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and autoimmune disorders compared to Western-style diets high in ultra-processed foods. Micronutrient density is a hallmark of earth-based nutrition. Soil-depleted farmland produces crops lacking in crucial minerals like magnesium, zinc, and selenium, whereas organically managed or heirloom varieties retain these nutrients due to deeper root systems and microbial activity. Foods like leafy greens, legumes, nuts, seeds, and fermented dairy provide bioavailable forms of calcium, iron, B vitamins, and probiotics that support gut health and immunity. Unlocking hidden nutrients through ancient practices. Traditional preservation techniques amplify the nutritional profile of earth-sourced foods. For example, sun-drying tomatoes increases lycopene concentration, while fermentation transforms cabbage into sauerkraut teeming with beneficial bacteria. Similarly, soaking beans overnight reduces phytic acid, improving mineral absorption, and sprouting grains boosts enzyme activity for easier digestion. Cultures worldwide have developed ingenious ways to extract maximum nourishment from limited resources. The Maasai of East Africa derive most of their protein from milk and blood, while the Mediterranean diet relies heavily on olive oil, whole grains, and wild-caught fish, all staples of a resilient, low-impact food system. These practices underscore the efficiency of working with nature rather than against it. Environmental impact. Healing land and atmosphere. Farming methods aligned with earth-based principles significantly mitigate environmental harm. Conventional meat production alone accounts for nearly 15% of global greenhouse gas emissions, largely due to methane from cattle digestion and deforestation for pastureland. Shifting toward plant-forward diets, especially those emphasizing pulses and tubers, slashes carbon footprints while preserving rainforests and wetlands. Regenerative grazing models, though still debated among scientists, show promise in restoring degraded grasslands. By allowing livestock to roam freely and mimicking natural herd behaviors, ranchers can enhance soil fertility and sequester atmospheric CO2. Meanwhile, urban gardening initiatives enable city dwellers to grow fresh produce year-round using hydroponics, aquaponics, or rooftop farms powered by renewable energy. Bridging gaps, access challenges and solutions. Despite its benefits, earth-based nutrition faces barriers related to affordability, education, and infrastructure. Many low-income neighborhoods lack grocery stores selling fresh, non-GMO produce, a phenomenon known as food deserts. Additionally, misinformation about traditional diets persists, leading some to view ancestral practices as outdated or impractical in modern contexts. Solutions require systemic change alongside grassroots action. Community-supported agriculture (CSA) programs connect consumers directly with local growers, offering subsidized shares to families in need. Educational campaigns led by chefs, farmers, and public health officials can demystify earth-centered eating through workshops on composting, seed saving, and herbal remedies derived from native plants. Celebrating culinary diversity across cultures. Every continent boasts culinary traditions deeply intertwined with local landscapes. Japanese kaiseki cuisine balances umami-rich seaweeds and mountain herbs, while Ethiopian injera flatbread ferments teff grain to create probiotic-rich textures. These dishes reflect centuries of adaptation to regional climates, proving that vibrant flavors don't depend on industrial processing or global supply chains. Revitalizing endangered foodways also plays a critical role in combating homogenization caused by fast food globalization. Supporting indigenous-led rewilding projects, such as replanting heirloom maize varieties in Mexico or reviving bison herds on native reservations, honors ancestral knowledge while addressing contemporary issues like food insecurity and biodiversity loss. From plate to planet, measuring real-world outcomes. Studies tracking populations adhering closely to earth-based diets reveal measurable improvements in both health metrics and environmental indicators. Communities practicing polyculture farming report increased yields despite fewer chemical inputs, demonstrating the viability of decentralized agri-food networks. Moreover, children raised on homegrown or locally sourced meals exhibit stronger immune responses and cognitive development compared to peers fed standard school lunches. Data from the UN Food and Agriculture Organization shows countries investing in agroecology, the scientific basis of earth-based nutrition, are achieving greater food security during climate shocks. Nations like Cuba, which transitioned to organic agriculture after losing Soviet trade ties in the 1990s, now serve as case studies in resilient, self-reliant food systems capable of weathering economic and environmental disruptions. Embracing the journey towards sustainable living. Adopting an earth-based approach doesn't demand perfection. It invites gradual shifts guided by curiosity and care. Starting with simple swaps like replacing store-bought bread with homemade sourdough or substituting sugary snacks with dried fruit and nut mixes lays a foundation for deeper engagement. Every choice, whether planting a kitchen herb garden or choosing fair trade chocolate, contributes to a larger movement of conscious consumption. As we confront unprecedented ecological and social challenges, earth-based nutrition offers hope through tangible actions within reach. By nurturing relationships with our surroundings, whether through tending backyard plots or advocating for green policies, we become stewards of both body and biosphere, ensuring future generations inherit a world abundant in vitality and possibility. Conclusion. This exploration reveals that earth-based nutrition is not merely a trend but a transformative path toward healing ourselves and the planet. Its principles harmonize scientific rigor with cultural heritage, empowering individuals to reclaim agency over their health while participating in collective efforts to restore ecological balance. To begin your journey, consider starting today. Visit a nearby farm stand, learn to identify edible weeds in your neighborhood, or simply savor a meal made entirely from ingredients you've grown or gathered yourself. Remember, even small steps taken with intention ripple outward, shaping a healthier, more equitable world, one bite at a time.